Prapya
punya
Punya
kritam
Pratam
lokan
Lokan
ushitva
Ushitwa
shashwati
Shashwati
samaha
Samaha
shuchinam
Sujinam
shrimatam
Srimatam
gehe
Gemhe
yoga
Yoga
bhrashto
Brashto
abhijayate.
Abhijayate.
Very nice, very sweet. Now, Anshutali, read Nana. Prapya punyakritam lokan
Prapya punyakritam lokan
ushitva shashwati samaha
Usitva shashvati sama
shuchinam shrimatam gehe
Suchinam Srimatam Gehe
yoga bhrashto bijayate.
Yoga Prashto Vijayati.
Let's the full lines. Prapya punyakritam lokan ushitva shashwati samaha
Prapya Punyakritam Lokan Ushitva Shashvati Sama
shuchinam shrimatam gehe yoga bhrashto bhijayate.
Suchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Prashto Vijayate.
By the way, whatever we are discussing, in no way it is giving us a choice to deviate. This is only applicable when deviations happen because of the mind and not because of my conscious attempt not to go and do this. Suppose I have to make sure that we all study for an hour Bhagavad Gita every Saturday. Night I get an idea that I probably will not do it. The reason is nothing, just like that. Let's say when such an idea comes, you have a choice of not doing it or beating that out and saying, why? There is no proper reasoning. You're not doing anything other than sleeping or wasting your time. So you don't even have other prior commitments where you are needed. So why do you have to really, get away from all these good things? At that point in time, I have choices to make. If I make a dreadful choice, which is all you know, that no, I don't want, then in that case, it is not deviating from the journey. It is basically tamoguna. Here, Bhagwan is telling the difference between the transition from sattva guna to rajasika guna, not to tamoguna. Sattva to rajas, which means what? I was actually seeing Paramatma everywhere. If others are feeling bad, I will feel bad. If others are feeling good, I will feel good. I could easily connect with everyone. I could see his presence in it. Now, with that intent, I started. But somehow I became Rajasic, wherein, okay, I will do this, but what is there for me? Oh, I have to first focus on this, which is like what? Some appreciation, some reward driven activity than something which is a service. Service can happen. I mean, I can do it tomorrow, but I have to first work on something which is going to give me like immediate benefit, monetary benefit, fame, name. So I get deviated. Now, when you get, and sometimes it is happening through situations also, like you are part of a world, and world is trying to, like, you're part of a society, you're part of a family, you're part of friends. So your friends, your family may also divert you sometimes. Like, for example, everybody wants to do something, you will not say no to that. You will go ahead. But what you are missing is something that you wanted to do, which was more towards the sattvic attitude to be encouraged within you, right? So that when I go through those wrong paths of rajasic paths, then to bring back myself, it is not possible, because once I get into that circle, vicious circle, I'll keep rotating in that, because I'm getting immediate benefits, immediate happiness. What mind needs is only happiness. So when I get small things, small happiness in small packets, I will continue doing that until I end up in deadlock where I see nowhere I'm getting any more happiness. You know, like, for example, I put some coins that will take you through a trap, gold coins. Now you'll start taking those gold coins one after the other. You will say, oh my God, I got a gold coin. And then you'll search the surroundings. You'll go in another one. You say, oh, in this direction, if I go, there are gold coins. Somebody might have been dropping this all the way. So I'll walk on through that line, all collecting gold coins one after the other, one after the other. Finally, that will lead me to a jungle where there is no human being around, and there is a person who is actually trapping to kidnap. Done. I am kidnapped. Until that point, I will try to seek this temporary happiness. Oh, I got gold coin. Wow, I got richer. Oh, I got another gold coin. I got little more richer. Right. So this is how I will proceed until I get it at a point where, regardless of whatever I have, I'm not able to carry whatever I have. That's the amount of wealth I have, because I've been collecting that whole life. Now I'm at a point where I don't see any happiness at all. Even after having those big sacks of gold filled completely, I don't see any happiness. In fact, I see a trap. I see that now from here on, there is nothing else other than pain, sorrow, struggle for freedom. Such a feeling will come. So why this happened? Because I deviated for that gold. But before deviating for that gold coin, where I was actually walking to the temple every day, doing prayers, meeting saints. This is what I was doing. Suddenly I got deviated into this gold. Now what? So that attitude, that happens, right? When that happens, Bhagavan says, Prapya Punya Krutam. You might have done something good when you were walking to the temple doing service throughout. You must have done something good. So when we do something good, to track that Bhagavan for us to understand easily, we can discuss it as, whenever we do something good for others, okay, we get some points back, reward points. This is called punya. When we do something good for ourselves, we will get some kind of, like, temporary wealthy materialistic benefit. But when we do good for others, we get something called as punya, that you cannot see, that you cannot measure, that you cannot carry. It will be there. Where it will be? It will be associated with the antakarna, soul itself. So it will not be part of the body. It will be part of the soul. So what happens is, when this body gets dropped, that punya continues. So when the body is dropped, obviously we all get into a suspended state. We will see that in the further lessons, what happens after we drop the body when we are dead. But, or at least when we are said dead in this materialistic world, what happens? We'll see that. But what Bhagavan says here is, Prapya Punya Krutam Lokan. In this world, when you do something good and have gained punya, Ushitva Shashwatihi Samaha. Samaha means time, right? So there will be a time through which you will be suspended. You will be taken into celestial worlds, a world that is not this. A celestial world, a different realm where you don't need body to flourish. All you need is the soul and its journey. So in that journey, during that world, you will be in a very suspended state, which means what? You may have desires you will not be able to fulfill. But you will be blessed immensely in that world. You will be nurtured in that world until a right time comes and What kind of a right time? Bhagwan says, for a person who got deviated while doing good things, he had all the good intent, he had gained a lot of karma, a lot of good karma. Punya is there. Bags of punya he has gained by doing good work. But then what? He started looking at those gold coins and started reaping those temporary benefits and got into Rajasic attitude. Such a person in these celestial worlds, when he's in suspended form, right? Then obviously the compassionate Father of all, mighty Lord, Supreme Lord, will give an opportunity, will give a chance. That chance is what? Shuchinam Shrimatam Gehe. Gehe means given. What is given? Shuchinam, pious, whose hearts are filled with love, compassion, goodness. Such a father, such a mother, such a family is what is provided to such a soul. And what? Because he is used to these gold things, gold coins, he will start there. Oh, you are repenting now after leaving the body, coming to celestial worlds, you are repenting that you should have been on the good path. I am not going to deny that you still have the same intention. I will drop you back into a family which is very good at heart, which is very compassionate, which has all the goodness, which believes in service, and also are wealthy. I will drop you there. Now, after dropping you, you have two choices. You can either choose the goodness of your family inheriting into you through your birth, and take that as your stepping stone and continue the service. Or you can choose, because they are also wealthy, you can choose to decide continuing picking up the gold coins. What do you want to do? I'll give you both the choices, but I will make sure that you are in that kind of a family where you have both the choices equally available. So whenever we see, that's why we see, like, sometimes there are people who will be like completely, they'll be like in a materialistic, desirous attitude completely throughout the life. And all of a sudden, I don't know what happens, they just turn into very, very spiritually inclined, simple, believing in simple life. Up until then, they would believe that, oh, I have to like lead a very, luxurious life. I have to have comfortable life. I cannot like, take any kind of uncomfortable feeling, even if it is like walking on the grass. Oh, no, 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 no. Little like I may like thorns may just prick into my legs. I always have to wear these cushiony things. Starts from there, and everything else. They wanted to do that throughout their life. They wanted to live such a life, but all of a sudden they just turn into what? Spiritually inclined, very simple, hardly eating, balanced sleeping kind of an attitude, believing more in service, believing more in giving than taking. So that kind of an attitude suddenly comes up. How? Because of this verse. Because the soul has been given that, again, the same kind of environment. And because of the natural attitude of the soul, the immediate desire is to basically stop collecting the coins before ending the life. So it will start collecting the coins again. Oh my God, richness. Oh my God, cars. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, that. And finally they will say, oh no, this is not really good. I have also been given one of the biggest asset, which is a lot of love, compassion for others. I must use that and start providing my service to people in society and anything and everything around. That's when that person will suddenly take a twist and turn, right? Leading to moksha. So that journey is going to inevitably be a journey for everyone, regardless of whether in this life or like thousands of lives later. That journey is inevitable. However, do we fool around and take longer, or do we walk straight there and get it shorter, is our choice. So that's what Bhagavan is saying here. Prapya punya krutam lokan. You got already the punya in you. You gained it. Such a punya, causal sharira, which is the causal body, will go to the celestial worlds and stay there for some time. once there is a right opportunity of the right family where you have wealth and goodness combined together, the piousness combined together, such a family I would want to talk. That's where you will end up into, right? So there is no question of, oh, what if I cannot complete this? What if I get deviated? By in no way Bhagavan is giving you a certificate, yes, you can deviate. It's okay. It's only going to take so longer, right? Let's see what if I am not deviated. I am doing my service, but I did not get moksha. I was doing my service. I was always inclined towards doing something good. I was always chanting his name throughout. But I still somehow could not kill my ego. That means what? I could not kill the fact that my understanding of doing and saying that I am doing it. But I always did right. I never did anything wrong. I always did the right thing. I always helped people. I talked good about others. And I chanted Bhagwan's name from morning till evening. But at the end of the day, I thought I am doing it because that's the small ego I had. I could not kill that, right? At the same time, this materialistic world was of no good interest to me. I was never into that at all during this journey. But one fine day, I had to leave my body. Now what? What about this scenario now? Bhagwan leaves no doubts. That's why Arjuna said, right? Asheshataha, leave nothing behind. Give me entire knowledge. So Bhagwan is covering all possible scenarios. Now he is saying the next verse. Let's chant. Pranavitali, can you repeat after me? Athava yoginameva
अथवा योगिनामेव
kule bhavati dhimatam
कुले भवति धीमताम्
etadhi durlabhataram
एतद्धि दुर्लभतरम्
loke janma yadidrusham.
लोके जन्म यदीदृशम्.
Full lines. Athava yoginameva kule bhavati dhimatam
अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमताम्
etadhi durlabhataram loke janma yadidrusham.
एतद्धि दुर्लभतरम् लोके जन्म यदीदृशम्.
What will happen to those who have already been in good path and left their life? Such people, athava yoginam eva. So, yogi's family. What is a yogi's family? A yogi's family is a family which is both wife and husband. They are constantly in the seeking attitude. Always wanted Lord, nothing else. Such a family which is completely inclined towards spirituality and have least bothering about the materialistic world, such a family is where the dhimatam is one who is having a balanced mind, who has the ability to see clearly where Paramatma is, who has been doing his job in the right direction throughout his life in the past. Such a soul will be given birth in the family of a yogi. So you are already starting at the very childish age, very small little age onwards, you will see everything about, Lord, Supreme Master, this being discussed, being taught, being even at eating, what you are doing, the rituals, that everything will be surrounded by you, will be about Paramatma. Such a family is where you will end up into a yogi's family. If you are doing everything, because then you don't want materialistic world. You never had the desire to do that. So that will never be provided to you. This could be a poor family, but it will be a very, very highly spiritual and knowledgeable family. Such Jnani's family will be provided to a Dhimatam. This, as per Bhagwan, is very, very rare. Very rare. Etadhi durlabhataram. Durlabhataram is very hard to find out. Very rare. Etadhi durlabhataram loke janma yadi idrisham. Such a life, such a janma where you are born into a family with those spiritual attitudes, This is exactly the scenario where you will see small kids chanting Vishnu Sahasranam, Bhagavad Gita at the age of 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years, where they cannot even normally walk, right? You will see some people, they're just, sitting, they cannot stand and walk. But those kids also being able to chant everything so clearly. Such is the Janma. Such is the family. When a kid is doing that, understand that the family is a family of yogis. Very simple. So this is exactly where Bhagwan will position the soul for the next life. Arjuna's questions have been answered. We think they have answered, but foolish mind, there are a lot of questions. Bhagwan will not give any chance for Arjuna to repeat any question now, right? Because he said, you only can resolve all my questions and you have to resolve it in a complete fashion. That means what? What I have asked and what I'm going to ask. Kill all my doubts, right? So, understood this? Where the positioning of the soul in the next Janma will be. If I'm deviated to Rajasic Lakshana, I was doing all good, but I deviated, what will happen to me? I was doing good, and I left the body. What happens? Right? So both the questions answered. Now let's go to 43 and see what Paramatma is continuing. Hey Krishna, good morning. Can you repeat after me? You have.
Good morning, sir. Yeah, sure. I can repeat.
Tatra tam buddhi samyogam.
Tatra tham buddhi samyogam.
Labhate paurvadehikam.
Labhate paurvadehikam.
Yatate cha tato bhuyah.
Yatate cha tadho bhuyah.
Samsiddhau kuru nandana.
Samsiddhau kuru nandana.
Let's do the full lines. Tatra tam buddhi samyogam labhate paurvadehikam.
Tatra tam buddhi samyogam labhate paurvadehikam.
Yatate cha tato bhuyah samsiddhau kuru nandana.
Yatate cha tadho bhuyah. Samsiddhau kuru nandana.
What happens when that birth is taken in that kind of a family in both the scenarios? What will happen? As we discussed, Bhagwan says, Tatra tam, there, you, or you in the sense the soul, will attain buddhi samyogam, which means what? The intellect will align to the intellectual capacity will be inherited, first of all, from the family. Whatever is there in the family, because Bhagwan is very meticulous in choosing the right family, he wants to choose that family because he wants you to inherit those. Now we are talking about DNA and all these things. These concepts have been written way, many thousands, 5,000 years back, right? This came out of Bhagwan's lips. He said that this is going to be inherited. Buddhi samyogam is nothing but the merging of your intellectual capacity through the family inheritance. Now, when that happens, what will happen? You will identify your Purva Janma Dehikam. Purva Dehikam is something that you had in the past. You will realize that. While you are given that family, going through what that family does, every day that family goes to the temple. You will also go. Every day they sit and do some prayers. You will also do. Every day they feed cows. You will also do. Every day they serve poor people. You will also do. You don't know why you are doing, but because your family is doing, you are doing. This is how it starts. With that intellectual alignment, slowly one fine day, this guy will get the idea or will connect to his past abilities and past yoga. Whatever he has gathered in the past life, that will be caught. Once that is caught, the soul will now rejoice continuing that journey. Understood? So, tatratam buddhi samyogam labhate paurvadehikam yatate cha tato bhuyah. And from there onwards, he will continue to repeat what it was doing. So if you were collecting coins, you will start collecting coins. If you are serving people, you will keep serving people now. Right? So this will start like that. Well, now people say, why always, like, we are all born in the same way? Why somebody actually at a very small age, they join scouts, they do a lot of business service related activities. Some people join, like, all the things that give them name, fame and all that. So why some people do not do at all anything, lazily sit there? This is because of not this life, of course, because of the family, also because of the old samskars that are coming from the previous lives as well. But Bhagwan leaves no rock turned. Like, he is not saying that this is going to continue. The reason why he gave the choices, he puts you in the family where you have both piousness and wealth, is because he wants you to feel comfortable and then continue the right journey. So that will also happen eventually when you meet the right guru. When this wandering body touches the feet of a guru and gets immensely inspired, from there the journey takes the direction guru takes. That's why he's called guru. Guru is the one who shows the direction, right? So that body will take the right direction. That life will start taking the right directions. These are all very simple, but these are all something that we have to keep at the hindsight, so that whenever we are getting deviated, when we feel guilt, oh my God, I could not continue this. Should I now continue? This may happen. This happened to me multiple times, where I do something good as a practice, and due to whatever reason, I get deviated. Now, after a few days, I get this thought and guilt that, oh, I was doing this. It was actually a good thing to do. Now I got deviated. Should I go back and start? Again, those two choices. Anyway, you got deviated, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, when you go back, it's like you missed that small phase. You're not a perfect man anyways. That's one. Second scenario, doesn't matter. I got deviated. Bhagwan will take care of all my deviations. I will go back and start doing where I finished and continue my good journey. I'm talking about a simple example like morning prayers, for example, right? So when we continue doing that, going back, killing that all the inhibitions we have, giving him all the power and ability to punish me, even if he wants me to punish me for what I've done. So, okay, I'll go back and do the right thing again. I'll start there again. This attitude is going to only benefit me, right? So these are the kind of thoughts that we can take those decisions. Why we will take those decisions? Because we know the scriptures are actually asking us to perform all the right things. Doesn't matter whether this life or the other life. Even if I'm doing something wrong in this life, there is a possibility to correct in the other life. But when I know I'm doing something wrong in this life, why can't I correct myself here right now? That thinking will come if we read verses like this. That's why he has put it towards the end of dhyana. Right. Moving on to 44. Anshu Papa, let's repeat this. 44. Purvabhyasena tenaiva.
पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव
Hiyate hyavashopi saha.
हीयते ह्यवशोऽपि सः.
That is Hriyate. Purvabhyasena tenaiva.
पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव
Hriyate hyavashopi saha.
ह्रियते ह्यवशोऽपि सः.
Jignasurapi yogasya.
जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य
Shabda brahmati vartate.
शब्दब्रह्माति वर्तते.
Let's do the full lines. Purvabhyasena tenaiva. ह्रियते ह्यवशोऽपि सः
पूर्वाभ्यासेन तेनैव क्रियते ह्यवशोऽपि सः
जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य शब्दब्रह्माति वर्तते.
जिज्ञासुरपि योगस्य सप्तब्रह्माति वर्तते.
So we'll just discuss in quick and then we'll close. We'll discuss in detail in the next. So purvabhyasena tena iva. Whatever his previous samskaras, whatever the soul in the previous life has been practicing rigorously, that knowledge will come all of a sudden without explicit access to it. Doesn't know how it comes. Like after 20-25 years, suddenly it comes. And this person starts reacting in that mode, the mode that it was reacting in the previous life. That will come. And that ability to connect with Paramatma, that yoga siddhi, which was somewhere halfway through in the previous life, will start its journey from that point onwards, moving forward. And he will not have to do any kind of, japa or some kind of a ritual to access it. It is not like how you tune your FM radio to connect to the station, get the signals. It is not like that. It is always there, but all of a sudden, this will, because of the previous years, previous lives, all good things that you've done will automatically come in this life and will continue the journey, spiritual journey for this soul. How fast? To the extent that it will exceed Shabda Brahma. What is Shabda Brahma? Shabda Brahma is Omkara. So when we say Om, that is the shortest syllable to connect with Lord. That's the most powerful mantra to connect with Lord is Om. This person can even supersede. He can cross that without even chanting anything. This person will be able to connect with the Lord. Such a person will not do any rituals. Such a person you will not see doing yajna, doing homams, doing regular prayers, but he will always, at every moment, will be inclined and connected to the Lord through the spiritual journey. He will exceed the Shabda Brahma. Abhijayate means he Ati Vartate. Ati Vartate means he'll cross over, exceed, jump over, right? The Shabda Brahma, which is the Omkara, the rituals, the mantra-based rituals that we do using our voice, that is also not needed for such a person. He will reach to that state. We may think how it is possible in one life. Oh, this is not just in one life. He has been doing that from last many lives. In this life, he has crossed that barrier, right? So that's how it's going to work and operate. We'll close here and we'll continue the session, which is going to be the end of this chapter, 3 more verses, in the next session. There we will see which kind of a yogi is the best as per Lord Shri Krishna. And we'll be surprised that it's so simple. Okay? All right. Let's chant for everyone's happiness. Om Sarvesham Swasthir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukha Bhag Bhavet Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. See you all. Have a good rest of the week. We'll catch up again next time.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Jai Shri
Jai Shri
Krishna.
Thank you,
Jai Shri Krishna.